Sports news, the 7th of November, 2024. Cowboys versus Eagles in an NFC East. Coaches, players, more stats. The Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys entered the season with Super Bowl hopes and dreams based on the perceived strengths of their rosters and recent success. Certainly, both teams could expect to continue to run the NFC East. Since 2016, the Eagles and Cowboys have finished first or second in the division every season but one. The Washington Commanders won the NFC East in 2020, the COVID year, with a 7-9 record. Both head coaches, Nick Sirianni and Mike McCarthy, faced intense scrutiny after playoff missteps. Both teams had to replace iconic offensive linemen in Jason Kelce's Eagles and Tyron Smith Cowboys. Both teams have high-paid quarterbacks trying to prove they can not only get to a Super Bowl, but win one. Both spent big on wide receivers. One franchise shelled out major money at running back. The other did not. Both franchises hired proven defensive coordinators with head coaching experience. As they meet Sunday at AT&T Stadium for the first time this season, only the 6-2 Eagles remain a Super Bowl contender. At 3-5, the Cowboys' season is in a tailspin, and now they will have to play without Dak Prescott for at least the next 4 games. ESPN and NFL Nation reporters Tim McManus Eagles and Todd Archer Cowboys look at what has gone right and wrong so far in 2024. McCarthy entered the season on the last year of his contract. It's difficult to see owner, General Manager Jerry Jones, handing out a new contract for 2025 and beyond based on how the season has gone. Not all of it has been in McCarthy's control with the structure of the roster and the injuries suffered to so many key players, including Prescott's trip to injured reserve hamstring for at least the next month. But he does bear responsibility for the fall off in offensive production, just as he deserved the credit for how well it went in his first year as a play caller last season. It hasn't exactly been a walk in the park for Sirianni. His in-game decision-making has routinely come into question, including last week when his aggressiveness backfired in what should have been a blowout win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He jousted with fans and was serenaded with boos and fire Nick chants during a close win against the Browns in Week 6. But a 4-game win streak has calmed the waters a bit and strengthened the voices of his defenders, who are quick to note that he has the best winning percentage, 678 in team history. Prescott is out until December 9th, if not longer, due to his injured hamstring. Hours before the season started, he agreed to a 4-year, $240 million contract that made him the highest-paid player in NFL history. His production in the first 7+ games has not been good enough. He had 11 touchdown passes and 8 interceptions. He became the first Cowboys quarterback to have 3 straight games with multiple interceptions since Troy Aikman in 1992. A year after finishing second in the MVP voting and leading the NFL in touchdown passes 36, this season has been nothing but a disappointment for Prescott. The effectiveness of the ground game has made life easier for Jalen Hurts, who has 0 giveaways the past 4 games after turning the ball over 7 times in the first 4 contests. The offense is evolving under offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, with motion, under center plays, and play action on the rise. Hurts has reacted well to the changes, while also successfully taking over pre-snap protections from Kelce this season. After an inconsistent showing last season, Hurts appears to be rounding back into form. They were willing to go with a running back by committee after losing Tony Pollard in free agency. They did not explore the addition of free agent Derrick Henry, who is now running wild for the Baltimore Ravens. They certainly didn't look into Saquon Barkley, who signed with the Eagles. Perhaps none of them would be any better considering how the offensive line has played, but the Cowboys' reunion with Ezekiel Elliott has not worked. The addition of Dalvin Cook hasn't either. Thanks to last week's 137-yard effort, the Cowboys ranked 31st in rushing. Eagles.